Hi everyone, and welcome to the long-range weather forecast discussion for May 16th to 30th. We have some severe weather to talk about. We have a severe thunderstorm warning here for parts of North Carolina. That is for Chatham and Randolph. And we also have one in effect for West Virginia for Boone and Logan. Now, elsewhere, we have some flash flood warnings in effect for parts of Maryland. You can see it here. And this is in effect for Allegheny, Garrett, and Mineral. And we also have a flash flood warning in West Virginia, also with the heavy rain, and that is in effect for Baxton, Gilmer, Lewis, and Randolph, I think. So this is the current radar here in that area. Now this is all due to an upper low that is moving. We'll take a look at our radar, and this is the current radar here with the rainfall moving in across this area. So we have some pockets of heavy rain here you can see across that area, and also here parts of West Virginia, some storms. All right, so this is due to the upper low that is moving northward. Okay, we'll get to other things now. We'll see if there's anything else going on. We have a flash flood warning for Bedford and Somerset in Pennsylvania also. Down here. All right, so we this is due to also associated with this system. Okay, we're going to get to the forecast now, and this is for the forecast period for May 16th to 20th. And what we have here is we have a ridge here over the Eastern Pacific, trough here in the west, trough here over the northeast, and we have this ridge here across the Gulf of Mexico with above normal heights extending northward. So we're going to talk about the upper level system that is affecting the east. That system will be lifting out, but then we have another system here moving through the northern plains. That'll be a fairly strong system that'll lift northeastward into Canada and send a cold front in extending southward here. That'll bring rain and storms to Ohio Valley southward. We go through you can see it here. Here is the front, and it's 982 over Minnesota. And the next upper level system will develop in the Rockies over the weekend. You can see here moving into the west. And then this system will bring rain and higher elevation snow to the region. You can see it here, and the ridge here across the Gulf of Mexico extending into the plains will bring some early season heat. Now we'll take a look at the temperatures for this region. You see here, we'll go Thursday midday. Look, temperatures in the mid-90s, low 100s here across parts of Texas. Near 100 parts of the Arklatex region. We have 90s and mid-80s extending to the north across the Central Plains. Then we'll go to 80, go midday on Friday, and you can see we still have that heat here. Also extended parts of Florida, mid-90s across the Florida state, across the Gulf Coast states. And then we'll go into the weekend, and we had generally the same thing. Warmer 90s here across this region. Low 100s across parts of Texas. So this will be extreme excessive heat for this region, along with, I think there's heat advisories in effect for this area here. Okay, we're going to look at the period for May 21st to 25th. And what we see, we have a trough here in the west region here. Here's our Gulf of Mexico ridge. It's approaching 600 DMs. This is a strong ridge across the Gulf of Mexico. Troughing here across the northeast. So I'm forecasting for this forecast period, I am calling for below normal temperatures here, and for this region, and anomalies would be 2 to 4 degrees below normal, mainly across this area here. And above normal temperatures are forecast for this region here, with the anomalies near 6 degrees above normal, mainly across parts of the southwest and lower Mississippi Valley for lower southern plains. For precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here and here. Probability of occurrence 35%. Above normal precipitation for this region here and here. Probability of occurrence is 35%. Now we're going to look at the period for May 26th to the 30th. And what we have here, that a little change is expected in the period, in the flow, I should say, with generally expecting we have a little bit of an upper lower trough here, ridging in between. But some of the models you can see, like the GFS, or not the GFS, European Ensembles, has more troughing here in the east, zone of flow. Still could be a trough here, but I think it would be more dominated by a ridge. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of this region here, with anomalies near 6 degrees above normal here and here. Below normal temperatures for this region, with anomalies near 2 degrees below normal. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here and for this area. And the probability of occurrence is 35%. Okay, we'll look back at this radar. We only have a severe thunderstorm warning here for North Carolina. We have flood warnings here in effect for Allegheny, Merritt, and Mineral in parts of Maryland. And we'll take a look at that. And we have a severe flash flood warning remains in effect until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. And at 1:30, this is old, so this has been in effect for a while, warned area between 2 and 3.5 inches of rain have fallen. And the expected almost another 1.5 inches expected in an hour. Additional rainfall of another 2 inches are possible in the warned area. Flash flooding is already occurring. And then we'll take a look at this severe thunderstorm, not severe, a flash flood warning in effect for parts of West Virginia. And this is in effect because at 3:30 Eastern Daylight Time, radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warm area. 2 inches of rain, up to 2 inches of rain are already fallen. Additional amounts, 1 to 1.5 inches, are possible in the warned area. And in this area, flooding is occurring or are expected to begin shortly. So I'll take cover for that. We have another flash flood warning in effect for Pennsylvania, for Bedford and Somerset. And this is in effect until 6:15 p.m. And at 3:20, Doppler radar indicated sustained heavy rainfall flooding is ongoing near Meyersdale, Bounton, and Salisbury. Several feet of water is reported in some roadways. Between 2 and 4 inches of rain are already falling, and additional rainfall of up to 2 inches are possible in the warned area. So take cover for that. There's no storm reports in this region, but there'll be some heavy rainfall. Now we can look at the heavy rainfall that has fallen already, and we can see, I should have had this up already. No, that's not it. Okay, this is what we want to look at here. And we could take a look at the rainfall that has fallen across in this area already. So we have flooding here across parts of Maryland. You can see right here. And I could, let me see if I can put that on. This is what I want. And this is today so far. So we have dark blue. And what does that mean? I don't have a legend. This is where heaviest rain has fallen. We also have some heavy rain here and across parts of the Carolinas. And we'll look at yesterday. All right, we'll highlight here. Let's see. We'll go to West Virginia. Doesn't have an estimate here. Okay, this is just for river flooding here. But we'll look at today so far again. And we have here like close to ½ inch, over an inch here, parts of West Virginia. Then we'll go to Maryland, close to an inch here. This doesn't show all, this doesn't work very well, but I'm just trying to show you the heavy rainfall. And then we have here 5 inches of rain here has fallen in parts of the Carolinas. So this will be on top of the heavy rain. That's why there's flash flood warnings in effect. Okay, so that's it for today. That is the long range weather forecast discussion from May 16th and 30th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.